So, hello guys, hopefully I'm audible. Very good morning. Just check my screen if it's working or not. Hopefully I'm audible properly and gonna start in few minutes. So I've made a Discord and you can check that out. I added a link in the live chat and the description as well, but the link is not clickable in the description box because I need to go through some verifications. So before that, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look at the assets which we were looking at yesterday, and mostly we're looking at CHF If you look at this, it was a bias was right, and we did see exactly what we wanted to see. We wanted to go lower. We had it this line over here that we wanted to go like this towards the sell side liquidity, and it did happen. So it was right. And on the Euro New Zealand, what we saw was we wanted it to trade higher. We formed an optimal trade entry in the New York session. And once once we saw that we formed about this high, we wanted it to form an optimal trade entry. Optimal trade entry was just support the price from this level or an optimal trade entry and get to the high. But we were not able to take out the high. But if you can, and I just closed the trade over here. Like when I'm going out, I'll see you tomorrow. I said that I'm just going to close it over here. It's very close. And we have some buy side liquidity. We can just keep our buy side liquidity intact. So I just kept close it over here, and you can also close it over at the high over here as well. So let's look at the other setups which we were looking at. So what we're looking at over here is we wanted to see an expansion which we are not able to see. So seek some expansion by today. If we can, then obviously yes. Get an expansion today in the London, then we can obviously trade the New York session and get towards this high. But it all depends on the news and everything. How we're gonna look at things. So I'm gonna show you my Discord, what I've made. So this way we can form a community if we want to connect as well. So just made this. I'll show it to you later. I'm not able to get it on the screen. I don't know why. But let's start first analyzing with stuff. Everything we had yesterday went according to us. You can look at the stream yesterday. This is what we were looking at. I haven't added anything from the 10 a.m. New York time. Everything is same. We wanted to see this pattern and it happened on Euro New Zealand. We wanted to see taking out this buy side liquidity. We didn't, but the high was taken out. So it was a good place to close our trade as well. GBP what we're looking for buy side expansion, but we didn't. So we set on hands folded. And on New Zealand JPY, that is what we were seeking, right? We were seeking this low to be taken out, but the conditions, all the conditions were not met. So obviously we didn't take that setup, but our bias was right again. We took out this low as well. So for now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start everything from scratch now. So before that, let's have a look at the Forex Factory high impact news calendar events, medium impact as well. Turned everything on. Low impact is turned off, and Eastern Standard Time. We still have got some lot of time before the market starts. So 3 o'clock we got CHF. It is medium impact. 5 o'clock we got Euro. 6 o'clock we got GBP. 8:30 we got CAD. 20:30 is CNY. That is CNY. I'm gonna remove that. CNY we don't trade it. Okay. New Zealand, JPY, GBP, Euro, CHF, CAD, auto. Okay. So we're gonna trade this much pairs. And the major impact over here is mine 24 above. Yes. So 6 and 8:30. So 6 o'clock is gonna be GBP in the interval between the London and the New York, and 8:30 is gonna be GD CAD high impact. So this two is gonna be important for us. Medium impact doesn't play a lot of role in the market. So obvious reasons get into this. So what I see on the AutoCAD pair is nothing right now. We are still in a consolidation. I really don't want to get into consolidation because it's a secant profile destroy, secant destroy profile, and I don't want to get into that. Odd CHF, if you look at this, the 4-hour chart, if you look at this, this is really amazing. Look at this. The monthly chart, we haven't tapped anything nice over here. In the monthly chart, we don't have anything. On the weekly chart, we have taken out the order block, or the order block wasn't present at all because it's an inside candle. But this was an order block, right? So we are supporting price from this order block. And if you look at the mean threshold, maybe the mean threshold has supported the price higher. Just add the magnet tool over here. The mean threshold of the order block is supporting price higher, and I think we're gonna take out the buy side liquidity. And we found some sell side liquidity just before tapping the consequent encroachment of the or the mean threshold of this order block. So there we go. We tapped it, and we had some sell side liquidity resting. So we might be bearish here, but but as we see this buy side liquidity, and we see that the market wants to trade higher. We look at this on the weekly chart, we don't have any PD area for us to stop us from moving at this level. This buy side liquidity is really juicy over here. Just gonna add it over here. Okay. And on the daily chart, what I have over here is this is the daily fair value gap, which was trying to send us lower yesterday, right? It's trying to send us lower yesterday. I'm just gonna remove the consequent encroachment. I don't want a lot of lipstick on my chart. Just gonna rename it to weekly positive SVG consequent encroachment, right? And this is gonna be the daily negative fair value gap. What I look at over here is if we can pass on to this levels, It's gonna color it red. So AutoCAD, we are not looking at it on anything. And I'm just want a very high detailed stuff for everything. So just gonna start from the monthly chart like we did yesterday for the Euro New Zealand, I think, on the signature JPY. So the monthly chart, we don't have anything right now. So I'm not going to come to any conclusion. Monthly, no conclusions derived. The weekly chart, we have the weekly OB mean threshold, or what do we say? Mean threshold, right? Weekly OB mean threshold. This is weekly OB, not FVG. Mean threshold tapped, and this is neutral on here. This is neutral as well on this as well. Monthly and weekly, we have a PD array. So on the weekly chart, so we have some conclusions. The daily, we got nothing. We are in a consolidation. Daily is in a consolidation. We want to see daily be negative open to the this respect it for us to move higher into buy side liquidity. And on the 4 hour chart, what we have got is this is the level I'm looking at until and unless I don't have any trades. Daily negative OB open. Window. For our chart, no conclusions until the daily negative OB gets violated. So I want this level to be taken out. And if we take that out, for example, let's say what I'm saying is basically in the 4 hour chart, we get over here, then we go lower and then go higher again. What does that mean is we want to go for this level, and then the institutional order flow is going to be clear and we can directly go for this level. So that is what I'm looking at. And for that to happen, we still have a lot of time, but this is how it should happen. But I added in a red folder or the red checklist for now. I'm just gonna be back. Just give me a second. So hello, hopefully I'm audible. Let's move on to the other page. So we have come to the conclusion on this asset that we wanna get over this level and then see a slight of reaction to that. And once we see that, we will take that high. And once that happens, the 4 hour is gonna conclude or the 4 hour is gonna get bullish and we're gonna take out this high very easy. Piece of a cake for us, to be honest. So for now, don't reach on this asset. We're gonna wait for it. We are gonna simply gonna wait for it until it gets its hand to us. Moving on to the next assets. What do we have over here is on the monthly chart again. So this cannot be happening today, I think. This is not possible today. But next week this is gonna happen and it can be really nice for us if it happens. It's really nice. We're trading the weekly OB mean threshold, really nice. So I'm not saying that it's just 100% certain, but if we break this level after a slight bit of reaction, then I'm certain that we're gonna go to this high. For now, let's go into the odd GPY, and this is the weekly fair value gap, right? And on the every pair, I'm just gonna add it because it gets tough for me to remember everything. Just give me a second. I have some work to do. So hopefully I'm audible. That's the odds CHF, which is the Australian dollar and Swiss franc. We're going to look for the daily OP open to be violated. And once that is violated, we're going to look at the 4-hour chart. And once that is done, the institutional order flow on the 4-hour is going to be decided. And we're going to take longs from here, until and unless the highest taken out, we're going to be bullish. And every down close candle in the 4-hour and the hourly chart is going to support price, plus the imbalances as well, and the daily chart as well. So we're going to have everything sorted, but the highest violated in this terms, like in this way, in this is violated, then we have a proper bias for us to trade. So we're going to wait for it. Those it's not going to happen today, or even if it's going to happen, it's going to happen in the PM session. So that is not for us to trade. On to the next pair, which is the odd GPY. Look at this. We're looking at the sell side liquidity, and this is the weekly fair value gap which we wanted to trade into. So we have done that. But for now, what we want to do is let's look into the 4-hour chart. Do we have anything to conclude or trade into anything? We don't really have anything, right? So we're gonna wait for it. I'm not gonna delete the drawings. I'm just gonna look at it at the other time since I don't have anything on this chart. I'm just gonna copy it and I'm just gonna analyze it again. So I will have everything in order for us. For now, I'm going to remove the drawings and I'm going to paste it over here. Let's start from the monthly chart. And I think we're going to be done by the 2 o'clock. So before the London session, we're going to be analyzing all the pairs. So not an issue anymore. This is the monthly chart. We don't have anything here. It's basically the monthly fair value we have traded into and we started moving lower. But it doesn't decide our bias. So yes, you can add that here. But that's gonna make our chart a whole lot of dirty, so I'm not gonna add it. Maybe I will add it, but I'll just make the color very light so it doesn't affect much. And I'll add the main threshold as well since we are coming down from the main threshold. And I'm gonna add the monthly negative of PG. And then I'm gonna move on to the weekly chart. The weekly chart is basically just gonna write all the details on the monthly chart as well. Monthly chart is bullish, but since we have found this fair value gap, I don't really know if you wanna be bullish or bearish over here. But this is the sell side liquidity taken on the monthly chart. And tap the I don't have a institutional order flow, what kind of institutional order flow we are in on the monthly chart, but have some PD areas which we're gonna conclude after that. The sell side liquidity got taken out. Taken out and we traded into taken out and traded into the monthly video feed. So we take look out this low, take into a monthly activity. So for now, we can't come to any conclusion on the monthly chart. So let's move on to the weekly chart now. Uh, Weekly chart is basically trying to say that once we reacted from the monthly chart, consequent encroachment, uh, fair value gap, we're trying to move lower. And if you look at this, to mark out this low and this high, we're potentially in a discount right now, premium discount without background, and we traded enter discount. So we have this weekly fair value gap as well. I'm just gonna make it to green to keep a bit around 14, right? And then on the weekly, we have weekly gap or weekly fair value. On the daily for now, we are bearish, right? The daily we are bearish. We have any bias on the weekly chart? Not really, we don't have any bias. But weekly is bearish, I can say that since you formed this high that we went lower, then again we're going lower as well. So Weekly is neutral. Monthly is neutral for the institutional order flow, and weekly is bearish for now. And then on the daily, what do we have over here? Daily is obviously bearish, and you can see that. Daily is also bearish. And we don't have any conclusions. 4 hour is also bearish. So setup sends proper law on liquidity, and we have tapped the weekly positive. I don't want to go against the institutional order flow on the daily and the 4 hours, so keep it like this. So nothing on this asset. Let's move on to the next one. I'll copy this again, and on the monthly chart, I can say that we are bullish. Look at this. And on the weekly chart, we are bullish as well. If you can look at the weekly chart, the imbalances and the order blocks are going to support price. Can look at this. So for the monthly order block, right? Look onto the daily chart. We took out some important lows over here. Weekly we are bullish. Sorry, weekly we are bullish. Weekly we are bullish. And a monthly chart, we're going to close it in a matter of few days, I think. It's 29, right? So from Monday, we'll have this, and we have this monthly fair value gap just below us at this level. It's going to be very close to us level. So this is going to be the monthly fair value gap. So that can dictate terms. We form that on the monthly chart after 2 days. From Monday, I think it's going to be a new month. So that will dictate terms on the daily chart. Don't have any bias, I would say. We can say that we are bullish, but the order block got disrespected. So maybe I can say that I, for now, since the low is taken out, this is a proper break block, right? Bearish block. On the 4 hour chart, but the important sell side liquidity was taken out over here. So I don't remember. Okay. For this pair, we're not gonna come to any conclusions for now. On this three pairs, we don't have any setup right now. So we're still gonna wait for it. I'm not gonna rush into any setups. We can obviously go lower, but since the monthly chart is gonna be forming a fair value gap, and I don't see any obvious liquidity to be honest, aiming for if we are bullish. So for now, I'm not gonna be trading this. On USD, we had this analysis done yesterday, but since it was a bank holiday, we are not looking at it. We started trading higher from here, but I remove my drawings and see what you can see on the monthly chart top to down analysis. Monthly chart, I can see that it is in a consolidation, so I'm not going to mark out any PD areas on that. I won't mark out any PD areas, but copy it and I'm going to paste it over here. The actual trend is bearish, but from the past few days, from the past few months, in the last 2 years, we are in a consolidation. So I'm going to say consolidation is to be found over here. Weekly, what do we have? Weekly, we have that the weekly chart is bearish after we took out those buy side liquidity. We might run for this low on the weekly chart as well. And this is the buy side liquidity consolidation. Chart, we are bearish after tapping, after sweeping, I would say, after sweeping buy side, we have started moving lower and potentially we gonna take out the sell side as well. We can form a swing low over you and then pick out this low as well. So, but for now, we need one more candle. So on the daily, we are again bearish. On the see over here. This is the daily fair value gap which we traded into, right? This is the daily bearish fair value gap. Uh, we took out some buy side liquidity over here, and this was some sell side liquidity over here. Buy side taken out, sell side taken out, and even a move lower, right? And the daily wave bearish was basically open, then sell side taken. On the daily we are bearish, but on the 4 hour, we have anything to short into something. Because I'm not looking for a long setup right now. Since everything is saying that you're gonna move lower and 4 hour is not in complete agreement with things and just out of block can stand price lower. I really don't know. So I'm going to see some drawn liquidity and it will it will lower. This would have sent price lower, but since we're seeking something on the higher time frames, I don't really know how we gonna not when something is also nice. We're gonna skip this pair. We're gonna skip this pair. We don't have anything. No effective terms, no proper on liquidity on this other side. Plus the 4 hour PD arrays getting disrespected. Right? So we're gonna skip this as well. Now let's move to the next pair, which is card CHF. Do we have anything over here? This is the sell side liquidity which we are looking at. And I'm just gonna start from scratch again because I don't wanna get into anything. Just gonna delete all this and the text over here which I added for the others pairs. So just gonna copy it and I'm gonna add on to the card CHF as well. So I'm gonna paste it over here. Monthly is basically bearish, as simple as that. Bearish, and we tapped into the monthly FPG consequence endorsement. Now let's move to the weekly chart. What do I have over here? We have some good amount of liquidity resting below us or resting above us. When we took out that, we tapped into a monthly fair value of consequent enrichment. So it was a buy side liquidity. But as we see, we have PG as well on the weekly chart. The support price higher. This can go against our favor if we are going short, right? Weekly chart is also bearish. Weekly chart is bearish. After sitting buy side, we have started with potentially we tapped in the bullish FPG, right? Now this can either act as a breaker or this can either send the price lower. I don't really know what's gonna happen over here. And it's okay to not know what's gonna happen next. This is sell side liquidity. The daily chart, we are bearish as well. Since we have formed this breaker. We're gonna move lower, we should move lower from here. I know it's boring, but I need to do this work every single day to come to that kind of setups. It takes a lot of time now to get into those kind of setups. Like until now, I have what I have analyzed are almost right. Everything is right, just that I was not able to enter properly. To look at the lows, something spicy. I have found the levels over here. They're really nice. So this is something, this is the sell side liquidity listing over here. Some nice sell side liquidity listing. And daily chart, we have talked about it. We have tapped into the daily fair value gap and it potentially going to move low into this. And so yeah, respecting the consequent engagement of the weekly fair value gap, we really don't know when to really move lower. So on the 4-hour chart, what I come into conclusion is that this once we tap into daily fair value gap and this 4-hour order block, which have sent price lower. Under the 4-hour also we are doing. This is a very nice move for us. The hourly chart, if you look into it, can't really come into conclusion on this setup as well. So hard pair and cat pairs are not really looking nice. This might be interesting, but I'm gonna move well here. I'm gonna tap this and then the suspect that and then take out this base. So for now, what I'm going to do is just upload get out sense I'm not able to come to proper conclusion that we move on to work and daily, weekly and daily to different narratives. For now, I'm not going to take this, but for now, I'm going to take this, but before our chart, we don't have anything. But if we can move a bit lower more, that it concludes that we're gonna move on to this lows, then I can say that we're gonna move low. Then since we wanna move a bit more lower, then we can come to a conclusion that for sure this is what we're looking at for now. Hot CHF, we look at the CAD GPY as well. Look at this. We were looking at the spaces, we tapped into this order block and we went lower because this inside. This was right as well. This is something which is stuck in a kind of consolidation on a C move or on a swing move, but lower again, then I can get into some kind of conclusions. This is very nice to me. Let's move on to the CAD GPY. CAD GPY, what we have over here is tap in the monthly fair value graph. Okay. Just gonna copy it. I'm gonna paste it over here. This is something I'm gonna delete. Pause. Don't need that now. Now moving on to the monthly chart. What do we have over here? Sell side liquidity got taken out. Gonna paste it over here. Monthly was kind of beautiful. So we tapped into monthly FOG consequent enroachment and we turned it into premium as well. On the weekly chart, So let's move on to the weekly chart, monthly chart, right? So we have trend price lower from here, and on the weekly chart, we are neutral, I would say. If this was an order block higher, I would just respected it, right? So the weekly we are neutral. I don't see any conclusions on the monthly charts. I'm just gonna remove it. Let's go into the daily one. Uh, Daily shows a lot of liquidity has been taken out of recently. Huge amount of liquidity taken out the daily chart, right? Uh, I don't see anything right now. When I get into a short trade, I'm gonna get like I just want to get into a short trade right now, but I don't see anything for us to target to go onto the short, the daily chart, as well as on the 4 hour chart. So I'm not gonna be trading this pair for today. 4 hour is bearish. And draw on liquidity better for us. So CAT JPY, no setup again. Let's move on to CHF JPY. CHF JPY did work in our favor. Maybe we are moving on to something really bigger on the larger term time frame. CHF JPY. And we are on the monthly chart. What do we have over here? Have the set side liquidity resting at this level, right? And when side got taken out on the monthly chart, and mostly we have respected the consequent endorsement, even though it's not precise, but still we are supporting price to go lower. I'm just gonna copy paste it over here. Maybe the monthly chart, we don't have any conclusions to be derived from, which you can derive. So it's gonna be neutral for now, and it's gonna be sell side got taken off, sell side got taken out. We tapped uh, monthly bearish only, and what is it, right? This is a bullish only as well. So on the monthly chart, I don't have anything. So this is a bullish OB as well. So I'm gonna mark it over here. And make it green. It's gonna be green again as well. So this is the buy side liquidity. Just make it monthly. Up and to the right. Okay. I started disrespecting the consequent encroachment as well. Well, just add the consequent encroachment level rather than OB since we had traded lower from that level. I'm just gonna move it over here. And let's move on to the weekly chart. What do we have over here? Once we tapped into that, we have started moving aggressively lower. And this sell side liquidity was not expected. And weekly is not neutral. Weekly, I would say, is weekly is neutral since this rally down, this rally up, then this rally down doesn't make any sense to me. So weekly is neutral for now to me. And in the daily chart, we are bearish, right? Huge amount of liquidity taken out at low. But we're still not respecting that. We're trying to move again lower. Consequent encroachment is not respecting price at all. But on the 4-hour chart, we can see that we are trying to take out this low. But again, bearish, since no proper draw on liquidity, so no setup for us. We have bearish proper draw on liquidity on the sell side. So sell side. So whoever is in the the live can just drop a message like where are you from and get to know and how did you reach my channel as well. Where are you from? Your live chat. We don't have anything on here. I guess happening to be on the window. Let's move on to the other setups. If we have anything. Since it's Friday, wait for the whole day. Wait for it. For the monthly chart, a very important sell side liquidity got taken out, right? Monthly chart was neutral, not neutral. Monthly chart was in consolidation from past 1 or 2 years, right? From past 2 years, it's in a consolidation. Like from 2023 April, from 1.5 year, it's in a consolidation. Uh, Large full of sell side got taken out, and we didn't tap that. So on the weekly chart, uh, it's a very simple setup for us. Very simple setup. You can mark this out very easily. On the weekly chart, we're again in a consolidation. Nothing special. But what's special over here is, like, since this is not a block, even though this is an inside candle, we started moving lower from here, right? We had some reaction to it, right? On the weekly chart, weekly negative 4 we had some reactions, right? This candle, and from 25th November, we tapped into that. Yes, we did on Wednesday, right? So weekly, we are in a consolidation. And weekly negative OBO is gonna act as a change in institutional order flow on the weekly, daily, and the 4-hour charts. That means that once there's a reaction from it on the daily chart, we have it over here. We do. So on the weekly, we have this weekly negative OB open, right? And on the daily, we're gonna have a breaking point. What's the breaking point over here? This level. So once we move higher from this level, everything is gonna act bullish, I feel, and this is gonna be the strong liquidity formation. Gonna go for the what's the high? 1.65 double nine zero. 1.65 double nine zero. So let's move on to the 4 hour chart. Have anything. I want to break this high. As simple as that. Break this high. Have a change in an institutional order. Daily are we bullish or bearish? Daily we are, for now we were bearish, but if it change that thing over here, we can be pretty much good. And the 4 hour chart, since no proper draw on liquidity, that's for the previous assets for this. On the 4 hour chart, what's gonna happen? If we break this high, that's what I'm saying. Break this high, break this, break this high, this high, then we are proper draw on liquidity. So yeah, okay. This is gonna look something like this to the eye. Look at this. Break this high, support or resistance, routine theory, keep going high, and take out this high. That's what I feel is gonna happen. But for now, we're gonna wait for it. It can happen today as well. If we break this high, then it can obviously turn into support and resistance and it goes higher. Because obviously it's gonna happen as well. So next week is really much positive for odd CHF and Euro odd. But these two pairs are something in a relationship since odd is posterior and odd is follower. Something is gonna happen, like something is obviously gonna happen. So we'll wait for it. We're not gonna comment any conclusions. And this is really nice as well, Euro odd, and then gonna copy it over here. I'm gonna paste it. The odd JPY, we didn't have any setup over here as well. Odd USD, nothing. Add CHF, nothing. Add JPY, again nothing. CHF, JPY, again nothing. We have these two setups, are very nice ones. Now let's move on to the Euro card. It's taking a lot of time. I know it's taking a lot of time. I'm speaking continuously from 1 hour. It might take an half an hour as well more. But we might come to a really, really nice conclusion. We're going to look into this way and for the next week as well. So, analyzing 28 pairs in the Forex is not really easy. It takes some time. It takes a lot of efforts. So on the monthly chart, I'm going to say that we are bullish, but I'm not just going to say that we are bearish in this because this low. We are bullish, I would say. Term this as bullish. Okay. And then on the weekly chart, look at this pair. This looks really nice, really, really nice. So we have 15 hours to close this candle, and I see that it's gonna close below this low. But I have easy two breaking points for us. The monthly chart gonna present us with two really opportunities. Okay, we wanna form below the monthly. What's the monthly order block today? And then if we spend the monthly will be and be open on the 4 hour chart at least after expecting it. Okay, market had the POV open. Right. Drink some water. This is the buy side liquidity which you're aiming for, but we need to have something. The best setup will be when we get to this level and we say that get to this level over here like this. Then get over here. So that maybe it's gonna move lower. But the moment it goes above this on the 4 hour chart or the daily chart, this is gonna be real. And this would be an really fun for us. In the second stage, ICT, secondary distribution is the best ICT pattern and ICT ever looks for, right? That's what I'm looking at over here on this asset. So on the weekly chart, we do have this very shorter blocks as well. But since when we form it on the monthly chart, the monthly is going to be more impactful than the weekly chart, right? Weekly chart is bearish for now. It's gonna be bearish for now. Look on the for more details, right? Now I'm gonna move on to the daily chart. What's the daily doing? Daily, daily is trying to change the institutional order flow over here, and we might form a break or we get about this high. So right now, I don't have any conclusions. I'm just gonna say neutral. Look what my even I don't have a liquidity on the 4 hour to trade this asset. But the 4 hour chart is bullish, I can say that. Then down plus candles are supporting price like this. This is supporting price for us. right? This is supporting price for us to move higher, right? So let's look onto the 1 hour chart. If you want to get into this high, if we have anything, then we can obviously get into that. But let's wait for it. Don't see anything on the 1 hour chart that I want to trade it. We are bullish on the 4 hour chart. We are bullish 4 hour chart, but don't have not strong liquidity. Only outflows and they are supporting price really to tap us into the one to the these are the drawn liquidities which you're looking at, so I can keep it over here. I like this, but today there is no opportunity for us to get into this three pairs. So let's look at the Euro CHF. What's happening over here? Monthly chart is bearish, as simple as that. No conclusions. Bearish. Bearish. Yes. We tap into the negative and daily we want to move lower. I'm just gonna add the weekly. Get this reaction. It's really nice. We want to move lower. And daily is also bearish, so I don't want to get into reversals. 4 hour. 4 hour is tap into this with supporting price lower from this level. So since we formed this, we should have moved lower, but 4 hour is 4 hour is bearish. But this thing over here can be really nice for us. I'm just gonna take a break of maybe 5 minutes. Should I continue? I'm gonna take a break. On the Euro JPY, the monthly chart I think is kind of bearish for now, even though we were a lot of bullish. But what I feel over here is monthly and on the 3 month chart. If you look at this 6 month chart, the low which you're making over here is can be your level for the next year. So monthly chart, we are bearish. Simply gonna say that, and I'm just gonna add a sell side liquidity pool over here. And then add the monthly fair value gap. Maybe we are seeking sell side after tapping the monthly negative SVG, right? Weekly chart is also bearish for now. Look at this. This is some nice amount of sell side liquidity resting for here as well. And this candle hasn't closed it yet, so obviously we are seeking. So let's move on to the daily. Look at this. Daily has some kind of sell side liquidity here. On the 4 hour, we have a proper draw on liquidity. And this Fibonacci retracement. And daily order block has not been validated over here. So this is something we can get into, but I don't feel that we're gonna move that much higher. That happening, but I can mark that out. When we get over here, then It's gonna be a really easy setup. Into this two up close candles. These are gonna support the price lower on the 4-hour chart. And this is a what a deviation block. Deviation block. Is on support price low. Right. So we have this, but it is still a lot of distance from now. Swing high, swing low, swing high, then swing low. Right? Gonna mark it over here. So this is where I'm gonna move lower. As simple as that. Would new card is still way above us. Odd. With this out. We can go in way above us. And let's look at Euro New Zealand. I'm just gonna get me some water. Looking for a lot of time and I need to get my throat proper to speak again. So hello, I'm back. What I need to do, I think, is we need to start a bit early from tomorrow or from Monday. When I trade like this, because there are a lot of pairs, I'm just gonna remove everything. Let's see what's happening on the monthly chart. Monthly chart is neutral consolidation. Then on the weekly chart, what do we have is we took out the sell side liquidity, right? A crazy amount of sell side liquidity was taken out over here, right? Sell side liquidity bearish, not bearish, we're going to be neutral on this asset. And we took out sell side. And it's not necessary if you're analyzing, we're going to be coming to a setup today, moving towards a setup. It's not possible every single day. I try to take 2 or 3 setups every single day, but it is not possible every single day to find at least one single setup. Or if it's not worth it, I'm not going to risk my money trying to force setups. Okay. This was sell side liquidity got taken out over here. The daily has been bearish, or I would say what I can say is daily is neutral as well. Let's look at daily is obviously in a consolidation, daily is neutral, neutral. So let's all look onto the 4 hour chart if we do have anything. Can frame anything on the 4 hour chart, it's gonna be really nice. So look at this, the yesterday which we found over here, the buy side liquidity was the exact same setup which we didn't take it, which will not take it, we didn't take it. But we expect that to be traded through today if possible. Daily negative 5 at. So 4 hour is neutral. What I can say on the 4 hour chart. 4 hour is neutral as well. So just wait for it. Here we go, here we go, here we go. So we have this daily OB open. Uh, it's gonna round it to the next big figure. Not big figure, next 10 days. Let's see, right? So that is daily OB open. And X is gonna be to the right and it's gonna be to the bottom. Okay. Does it break this high over here? What I would say is I just want app. We want 4 hour positive validation. That's it. This setup is gonna take some time for us, or if it doesn't happen, then wait for this to hold it down here. Maybe go a bit lower. Wait for 2 hours. Get above this. Once tapped in, higher. If you look at Euro USD, what's happening over here is we copied this. Let's move on to Euro USD. Monthly chart is basically a consolidation. We broke out of that. And I don't want to get into any say the bearish but sell side taken. Bearish but sell side taken. Right. Weekly, we are bearish as well. So if a daily order block has been getting disrespected, now it's a very easy setup. I feel very easy setup. I tap this weekly fair value gap, weekly negative FG, and on the daily chart, daily has turned out to be bullish lately. It's a very simple setup. We're going for this high over here. This thing can support price higher for now. We don't have anything else. This was an intra-week high. There are two cases for now. We can expand directly. We can get somewhere around here, get into this, and then go higher. That's my two cases for this. GBP would have added what I wanted to look at yesterday as well. This chart needs to be on in the 1 hour chart as well. Tap into the 1 hour OB or directly expand higher. Feel this is a very easy setup for us to take that, but things need to go according to us for us to get into the setup, right? So look at this. We might retest the Asian session high, which is gonna be that level, the continuous. So we are the mitigation lock, as I would say. We're gonna test this 1 hour mitigation lock. So the mitigation lock. I think I got a bit late over here. Would have entered over here directly without retesting it. Maybe there was an order block on the 15 minute. Not really, but it could have been a really easy setup. We could have entered over here once we close about this and the lower zero expand directly into this. So it could have been around. That's why I need to start at 12, around 12 o'clock. So when I arrive to the 2 o'clock, I already have some setup. So this could have been a really nice setup for us today. And I easily expand higher. Try to start a bit early from Monday. Monthly chart is simply bullish, nothing else. Weekly chart is basically sell side over here. Weekly is also bullish. It's a very easy setup, very, very easy one. And the daily, and look at this. The 4 hour is also bullish. So this should support price higher. Yes, over here. Uh, this should mostly send it higher. Okay. You can get a 1 hour setup. Let's see if we can get it. GPT odd. Stop loss, where my stop loss is. And this third candle, right? 3 minute chart is around 1.94955. Uh, and just keep it at this level, not around that level. This. Uh, how much? Yes, I a bit bigger over here. Right? So I added the trade over here, somewhere around this. I feel this could send us higher. And where's my stop loss at? It's around 1.95043. Hopefully the spread doesn't get us out. It's making 1 hour on this. So we're on 1.5 RR, but I can't do nothing since the spreads are huge on that asset. I think for now I'll just focus on this setup until here. GBP odd. One hour OB got right, 1 hour positive OB. Hmm. Look at ICE broker. If we took out the high, if we did, then I will cut it off. When we took out the high, I need to cut this off. Cut this off. The high was taken out on this pair, this broker, and this broker is really accurate. But I don't analyze on this asset since look at this. This was really accurate. Buy side liquidity. Cut it off this trade since in profit, not in loss. Formed equal high over here, but the liquidity which was taken on this broker, this intercontinental exchange, I think, is really accurate. We took out this high, we might go a bit lower. So for now, we need to not trade this. I cancel this setup. Take now other brokers. We should find one. Close it out in a small profit. Not profit. This is basically the what I would say is commissions. Now let's move on to the next space. If we have any opportunities on that, then we can look on to that as well. We actually got a bit late today analyzing stuff. Operate instead over here. Monthly chart is bullish, as simple as that. Weekly, weekly can't come into any conclusion if you want to go higher, want to do lower. So this is the sell side liquidity. I don't see anything nice over here. But weekly is bullish, sell side taken. That's simple. Daily, on the daily, what we got over here is nothing, to be honest, nothing. For the GBP CAD pair, we have some highs over here. Daily chart, bullish. Yes. And to check this again if we have taken this high. What's the high over here? 78351 and 78350. So we haven't taken it out yet. So it can be a nice one for us. 4 hour is bullish. PDRs are getting respected, not disrespected, getting respected. And I don't expect this auto block to be tapped again. So I want to look on to something else. This 1 hour order block and support price. This whole thing can support price. Eventually it is going to come into this level. Hmm. Taking a lot of time. Daily is in a consolidation. 4 hour is kind of maybe gonna take out this high. But since we already had taken out this liquidity, I'm not gonna be interested in this. We'll just start trading the 4 hour in the daily chart, and then if we have anything, then we are gonna be take that particular asset and go into further more details. Because this way we are gonna keep analyzing for 3 4 hours, and the trades are gonna be gone. So I'm not do that anymore. Don't see anything nice over here. I do see it over here. If we can, this can be traded through. Need order block over here, but still it's gonna be a lot of, what I would say is, lot of movement already has been made lower. This has been bearish. The move lower, I don't see an obvious on liquidity, so skip it. GBP USD. This is a weekly fair value gap which you're trading into. It has buy side liquidity. This is bullish for now, and 4 hour is bullish again. It took out some buy side liquidity, so don't want to get into that. New Zealand card, as you can see it, this handles a supporting price. New Zealand CHF again, and a lot of consolidation, and liquidity has been taken. New Zealand JPY, we're waiting for this low to be taken out yesterday, and it eventually happened, just like we expected. New Zealand USD happened. We actually took this trade over here. Just going on, took out this. We might be going for the low over here. Wait for it to give me some more conclusions or the new evidences. So basically, what we have right now is this thing is gonna be happening very late. This thing is gonna be happening late. This thing is gonna again take some time. CAD is pushing price higher. Euro JPY, expect it to trade higher and then move lower. New Zealand, Euro JPY and Euro New Zealand is something worth watching, and Euro USD as well. because we have tapped this, right? Oh shit, I missed out on this setup. Intra-week high, and we're running for this, right? So we tapped into the 1 hour mitigation block, right? So I can buy it over here for 1 hour. Just wait for 1 hour. Then get my SL at the low on the 15-minute chart. There's my low. This is my low. 2.3 lots. That's my TPS around. It's gonna copy this. That's a 1 hour setup. Just wait for it. Monthly is bearish. Daily is seeking weekly 5 and buy side liquidity. 4 are bullish, right? Euro USD, right? We don't have any move. I'll buy now. So my TP is at this daily high. At this. My SL is properly fine. Or maybe I will just move it a bit low. Right? And this should have been here, but I'm just looking at the other page and missed it. So we got a bad error for this setup, or it could have been 2 RR, but we fucked things up by ourselves. We don't have anybody to blame, right? GBV card, the buy side has been taken over here, so I'm just gonna remove it. GBV JPY, what are we looking at over here? Not really interested, so So let's see, this is the only setup I'm looking at. I'm not gonna add more setups now. We are already 0.5% in, and I want to take some home this week. Like at least I want to take some 0.5% this week. Even if we lose this setup, how much are we gonna lose? 506, still we're gonna be $600 up for this week. So good again. Let's just wait for it patiently and let's see how things unfold. If this goes wrong, I'm gonna turn off my laptop. I'm gonna be coming for next week with 0.5% up. So let's wait for it. I'm gonna mute my mic and let's wait for it.